Hello, a very interesting prediction. I like such quirky predictions. On 24th of January, uh, late night, so it was around 10:30 p.m. UTC. Yeah, 10:30 p.m. GMT basically. When I had published my predictions for the January 25 to February 4 period, mostly earthquake predictions, but of course sometimes also about other events. And I had published a prediction line for which I had said, I quote myself, that there could be communication troubles or problems to power networks or electrical infrastructure near this prediction line during January 25 to February 4, roughly. And I published this at January 24, 10:30 p.m. UTC. What happens 3 hours after I publish my predictions? So 3 hours after this prediction goes live on my website, uh, at at around 25th of January 1:30 a.m. UTC, which is local time 10:30 p.m. in Greenland. A huge power outage occurs in Greenland, in the capital of Greenland, Nuuk, and that happened because of high winds at the Buxtehude hydropower plant, at a major hydropower plant. A transmission line got damaged, which led to widespread power outage in Nuuk. The whole city was just plunged into darkness, complete blackout. Police emergency phone lines, water supply, and of course internet were also hit. And then it took around 5 hours for this outage to resume. So after 5 hours, so basically morning of January 25, most of the internet services as well as electricity were 75% of them were restored. Still some restoration was going on, yeah, but within 5 hours 75% of that was restored. So I can show you the prediction line. So this happened basically, the prediction lines ranges 250 kilometers. This happened much closer than that, around one. I can show. So this is the prediction line, yeah, for communication troubles, problems to power networks, electric infrastructure. And this is the power plant around 140 kilometer away from the prediction line. Sorry, yeah, this is something else. So yeah, so uh, this is the hydropower plant where high winds led to a transmission line damage, which led to a power outage in Nuuk. That's the capital, which is 175 kilometer away from the line. The range of the prediction line is 250 kilometers, and near which incidents can happen, within which. And so Nuuk was the capital of Greenland. That's Nuuk. It was hit by the power outage. And so this is what happened. High winds led to power outage. Police emergency phone lines and water supply were also hit. So basically, exactly everything happened. Communication troubles, internet and phone lines were down. And then, of course, power networks or electric infrastructure, power outage, which lasted for 5 hours at least in most parts of Nuuk, and in some parts even more. And this happened indeed on January 25. I mean, the problem started on the night of January 24 and it lasted well into January 25, the morning of January 25. So I love such predictions because these are very quirky. It's not some, yeah, major earthquake, landslide, accident, something like that. It's just like problem to power network. Yeah, I mean, who predicts that? Yeah, but yeah, it's interesting. Well, I love such predictions. It's something which no one would think of predicting. I predict it, and then of course it does happen as well. So such predictions are very interesting. They can be very useful if public authorities were to believe that things can be predicted. Unfortunately, many public authorities don't want to believe these things, but they could be very interesting because then they could be prepared if something happens, and they could act faster and sometimes even prevent it to happen, or at least the impact would be very much mitigated, very much minimized. Anyway, that's life. Yeah, people often like to believe in weird conspiracy theories but don't like to believe in the truth staring at their face. So this was the prediction. The prediction, of course, you can find on astroweatherwatch.substack.com. Um, you will find this line, actually another section of the line, not the Greenland section, because the line goes all around the world. I only publish the section which seems more interesting to me. For this line, I had published a section where I felt that earthquakes could happen, given that I was publishing earthquake predictions. But around this line, given that these problems were also likely. So I of course also wrote that okay, these problems can also happen near this line. So these problems have happened near this line. So far an earthquake I don't think has happened near this line, which is of magnitude 5 or above magnitude. uh, Anyway, so enjoy. Yeah, such a interesting prediction. I hope I don't think anything happened in Nuuk. I think people just enjoyed watching auroras, yeah, in the complete darkness. So I think it was actually good for them, power outage for many people. Yeah. Bye bye.